Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Math 30-2, Chapter 2, Section 4, Permutations when objects are identical. Now, before we go on and do that, quick review for you guys. If 4 of the letters in the word diploma are used, the number of arrangements is blank. Record your answer in the numerical response section on the answer sheet. This is how the test questions often work. So this is a numerical response question, not multiple choice, so you can't get them checked. Now, 4 of the letters in the word diploma are used. The number of arrangements is, well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters to choose from. 7 permutation. And we're choosing 4 of them. Use your calculator. 7 math NTR 4 is 840. So that's the answer I'm looking for, 840. Okay? Now, moving on. Chapter 2.4. Permutations when objects are identical. Now, this gets a little confusing. So pay attention. Objectives 5.5 and 5.6 determine the number of permutations of n elements taken at a time where some elements are not distinct. Explain, using examples, the effect on the total number of permutations of n elements when 2 or more elements are identical. And 5.8, generalized strategies for determining the number of permutations of n elements taken at a time. So let's do some examples. So look at this here. How many ways can I arrange these dots? How many dots do I have? I've got 4 dots. So in theory, that's 1, 2, 4. So I have 4 choices for the first dot, 3 for the second, 2 for the third, 1 for the fourth. That's 4 factorial, which is 24. Let me just double check that because I'm getting old. 4 math probability factorial is 24. Great. That's correct. Now, what's the matter with this? Well, you'll notice here, I've got red 1, red 2, yellow, and blue. Here I have duplicates. When you think about it for a minute, I can go red 1, red 2, red blue, and I can go red 2, 1, yellow, blue. If these 2 dots are identical, that means I have half as many options. R2 and R1 is the same as R1 and R2 is the same as R2 and R1. So I have to divide by 2. Now, technically, and I'll prove that later, it's 2 factorial. So I only have 12 options here. So that's the problem when you have identical options. You've got to divide by that number. Now, let me do another example. How many ways can I arrange the letters in the word bike? 3, 5, 2, 3. 4, 3, 2, 1. Once again, 4 factorial is 24. How about the word book? 3, 4, okay. 4 factorial. But we're a pair of O's. So I have to divide by 2 factorial. That's 12. Okay. Now, the fancy way to talk about this is when creating a permutation where some of the objects are identical, use this formula here. P equals n factorial divided by a factorial, b factorial, c factorial. Divide by the number of things that are identical. So, for example, in the set of 4 objects, A, A, B, B, the number of different permutations is 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, 2 factorial. Because we have a pair of A's and a pair of B's. grab Mr. Calculator. You're going to do Mr. Calculator. Really be careful. And I do want you to grab the calculator. 2 factorial, my apologies. 4 factorial divided by bracket 2 factorial times 2 factorial. You have to be careful when you put this in your calculator because it's easy. You forget the brackets, you divide by 2 factorial and then you multiply by 2 factorial. So, let me show you. 4 math factorial is, oh no, I'm sorry, I'm doing this all at once, forgive me. Enter. Divide by bracket 2 math factorial times 2, and yes, those of you who did this a bit realize 2 factorial is 2. That's 6 in total. If you want to get picky, 4 factorial is 24 times 2 is 4, which is 6. So if you haven't got your calculator handy, or you do it in a series of steps, I'm all right with that too, as long as you get the correct answer of 6. And please follow along as we do this. Okay? Now, here's a question for you. Revolution 4 has 8 new trucks lined up. 1 green, 2 white, 3 blue, 2 red. How many ways can these trucks... Sorry. That's supposed to be fine. Anyway, how many ways can these trucks line up? Okay. So, we have 8 trucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 8 choices for the first, 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm getting this. So 8. Now, we have repeats. How many repeats do we have? We have 1 green. So if you wanted to, you can divide by 1 factorial. I'm just usually too lazy to write that out. We have 2 whites. 2 whites and then called black. 3 blue. And 2 red. I'm going to pause the recording. I want you to grab your calculator and tell me what this answer is. Okay? Okay. So when I grab my calculator, plug the numbers in. 8 factorial divided by 2 factorial times 3 factorial times 2 factorial. I get an answer of 1,680. Now there's no way you're going to calculate that and make that list that. You have to be able to do these calculations. Now, if you go online and look at this, or you go and having some other videos, as I said, often they will not write out the 1 factorial. Because what's 1 factorial? 1. You'll see this often as 8 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 2 factorial. And indeed, in my calculation, I didn't include 1 factorial. Getting lazy. Right? Now this is a calculation you have to be able to do. Any problems, watch the video again and try it again, and see how I'm doing it on the calculator with brackets when I'm dividing. Right? Now, let's try a few more. Okay. How many ways can the letters of the word Alberta be arranged? How many ways? Well, how many letters do we have? Alberta. A, 7 factorial. Now, so far so good? Yes. But do we have duplicates? Oh. We have a pair of A's, so it's 2 factorial. Do we have any other letters? 1 L, 1 B, 1... Yeah, okay. Just divided by 2 factorial. Okay. So what is 7 factorial divided by 2 factorial? 7 factorial. Ratio. Divided by 2. Now, as I said before, 2 factorial is 2 times 1 or 2. So you just cheat and say times divided by 2. But I want you to get in the habit of doing 2 factorial because pretty soon you get an example where there's 3. And you divide by 3 divided by 3 factorial. Anyway. 7 factorial divided by 2 factorial is 2,520. Okay. So far so good? Good. Two more quick questions, and now I'll pause here. The video's getting kind of long. Then we'll go on and do the next section, all right? So pause recording if you've got any questions, watch the video again, otherwise, good luck on the next video.